You see, so 2 hours ago, they say they just caught about 13,000 people trying to cross into South Africa from Zimbabwe. And I just heard Mr. Biti complaining about ZANU-PF, you know. And I want to believe ZANU-PF is a mess, yes. But I actually got bothered a little bit because I'm 36 now, and since I understand Zim politics, you know, since the times of the late Changirai, you know, the MDC, I have not seen the substance. You know, I'm hearing all these wrongs that ZANU is doing, but MDC, the last election, you know, you got into power officially there, but then the movement was just lacking, you know. And again, here, 2023, here we go, right? We're trying to push people to vote MDC, to vote for you, to want to change something. And I'm like, I'll vote for whoever can actually change the situation for Zimbabwe. So MDC, I mean, the last generation was a bit upset. I have to be honest, Mr. Chamisa. They were a little bit disappointed in the situation that you are more talk, you know, and I'm allowed to talk because I'm sitting on the couch. I'm not in the public office, you know. So when you're trying to get to presidency, Mr. Chamisa, what type of ethics are you going to be working with here? So say people go again and they vote, you know, what can they expect you to do, you know? Do you have the army on your side? You know, who do you have on your side? And also, Mr. Chamisa, I think at some point, you're going to have to swallow your pride and just, you know, maybe sit down with ZANU-PF and create a dialogue for the better of Zimbabweans, Mr. Chamisa. Because, Mr. Chamisa, you are MDC, Mr. Mnangagwa is ZANU-PF, of which, without you two meeting and actually talking, you know, the country suffers. And you two are actually getting paid a lot of money, and the people in MDC and ZANU-PF who are actually at the top, they're getting paid a lot of money. So time to joke with the people, I mean, coming on the news, sounding all good and stuff is good. Mr. Biti, I love the enthusiasm, you know, but where are you taking us with this? Are you going to keep on complaining? You know, you're complaining to SABC. SABC South Africans are complaining like, no. So what are we going to do? What is the next plan of action? Mr. Biti, Mr. Chamisa, you know, Mr. Mnangagwa, you know, how can you help us? Okay, they're stealing the diamonds, they're stealing the gold, they've been stealing this, you know, the cigarettes are moving in and out, 1 billion every year. How do we stop that? We put you in power, the people vote you in power. How do you stop all this corruption? That's what the people want to hear because, geez, this politics is getting so depressing. And then people have to feel sorry for us. And I'm like, I don't want people to feel sorry for our people, man. Y'all crippling us with this politics. Honestly, y'all crippling us with this politics. So, Mr. Chamisa, I sincerely hope you have a plan. 2023 people are coming. They want to vote for you. They want to vote you in. I'm sure ZANU-PF is going to revamp their house. And I'm sure by then they should have a new candidate on there. You know, so let's see what happens. But Mr. Chamisa, all eyes on you, Mr. Chamisa. Yeah, because it's not looking good and we just can't keep going like this, Mr. Chamisa. Mr. Mnangagwa seems like, you know, he's in his own bus. So, Mr. Chamisa, you know, you young, you fresh, you know. The youth is relying on you, you know. So, let's see. But we really need answers. Yeah, complaining on SABC or it's not gonna work, you know. We expect the people who, the 13,000 people who got arrested should be complaining on SABC, and not a journalist or a big member in MDC, a big member in ZANU-PF who are getting paid a lot of money. Y'all eating good. Majority of the people are not eating good. So politics is funny because you can play them, but you can't play me, you know. Y'all move in nice cars, you know. Y'all got nice houses in Zimbabwe there, you know. And the same people saying you're fighting for Mr. Biti, I mean, you already got gray hair. I mean, I know you since I was since I was born, of course. But I've known you in politics since maybe I was 14 or something. That's a long time, Mr. Biti. My beard is also going gray here, Mr. Biti. So, where are you taking us? Where are you taking these kids? You know, that's why I say, or in the next chapter that's coming, or in the chapter before this, you know, our politics is either good or bad business. Because someone is getting paid, and then the majority is being told to vote in this, vote in that. But when they vote in this and vote in that, what happens with that? You know, we just need some answers. Because for sure we're not going to get these answers from ZANU-PF, right? So MDC, when we put you in there, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do for these people? For the 13,000 people, instead of complaining and begging for refugee for them, and maybe next week it's another 13,000, what are you going to do for these Zimbabweans? What are you going to do for them? You see, them people say, no, Elib is unreasonable. Elib don't care. Actually, I care. I just don't care that you think I don't care. I don't care that you do not view this as important. You rather beg to be a refugee. I care for the answers though. Mr. Biti, Mr. Mnangagwa, Mr. Chamisa, for the people of Zimbabwe. Please, please, please just do the right thing. Just one time.